Sunny Hostin exposes The View, treated differently because of her skin color. Hi, welcome to JOA. If you're new to my channel, please click subscribe and click the bell button so you'll be the first to know when I upload. Also, y'all hit me up on my Twitter page. I'd really appreciate that. So I already talked about the whole Barbara Feidida situation. She's the former senior executive of the show of The View who called Sunny Hostin low rent, allegedly, and she got fired. Whoopi Goldberg actually was her best friend, and even at that time, before she got fired, ABC was going through an investigation, and just Whoopi just made me side eye her because Whoopi was like, Barbara Feidida is a good friend. I'm like, Whoopi, please sit down, stop being a Democratic establishment for once, and remember that you're a black woman, and remember that black people are undermined instead of defending a woman who actually called Sunny Hostin low rent.
I don't think she's a racist. Everything I know about her doesn't say that she has this in her. But I will say that one of the things that everyone should always make sure we say, and I say it all the time, is let's find out. Yeah. Let's find out, because if it's true, she's gone. But if it's not, let's find out what's going on. And an independent investigation is what this needs, because, the days of systemic racism are ending. Those walls are coming down and we're pulling them down. So I feel like, having lived through this kind of thing where someone accused me of doing something I didn't do, I'm always first and foremost to say, okay, let's find out what really is the truth. And once we find out what the truth is, we'll deal with it, because nobody can deal with this anymore. There's too much stuff happening in the world. No reason for anybody to be in this kind of pain. So all you racists out there, we know you. We know you. And if you turn out to be in the walls of the building, we're tearing the building down. You're coming out.
But at that time, it wasn't really showcased as that because, like I said, they were going through an investigation. So ABC tried to censor Sunny for revealing too much information in her memoir, I Am These Truths. I watched an hour interview with her and journalist Ronan. Y'all, this guy is a decent journalist, but I was about to throw up when I found out his father's Woody Allen. Now, you all know Woody Allen allegedly weird self. Just look it up with his old stepdaughter and adoptive daughter, whatever the hell it is, allegedly. It's just that part made me look at his son differently in disgust, and like right now my stomach is churning, y'all. Oh my god. Anyways, Sunny talked about she felt she was treated differently on The View because of her race. She mentioned that she never got an introduction when she was hired as the host. She also talks about being a harder worker, yet being undermined in pay as a person of color.
I write about The View, and I still work there. And so I certainly thought, my goodness, I think it's rare for someone to write about their employer truthfully and honestly, and while they're still working there. I also, readers will learn that I decided, after the book was already going to print, to write a foreword about my truth, because the title of the book is I Am These Truths, and that comes from the Constitution, right? We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, men and women. And I just felt like, my God, we are living in this country now, and it's just, the president himself, 30,000 lies and running. And I felt that I had been somewhat censored by ABC in writing the book.
They asked you to remove certain passages from the book, right?
They did. And I did remove some passages. And then it didn't.
What were they concerned about, Sunny? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you.
I think they were concerned about how it made the network look, how my experiences made the network look. I gave examples like when I think the only host in history that didn't have a formal announcement. Welcome the new host of The View. I was sort of guest hosting, and then just was there.
Do you think that was because of your race, Sunny?
I think I was treated differently than a white woman would have been treated. Yes, I do. And, I was given a dressing room on a different floor. And I noticed that other co-hosts that came on after I came on were given dressing rooms on the main floor with everyone else. And while that seems like a small thing, it's those little indignities that make you feel and question whether or not you are being treated differently, whether or not the expectations for you are just different, whether or not, and you wonder, am I being crazy? Am I being sensitive? Am I playing the race card? And so, I decided that it felt wrong to not tell the truth, to paint this rosy picture. And by the way, I understand that those may seem like trivial things when you have people dying in the street, right? And you have a global pandemic going on. But these are indignities, I think, that people of color deal with every single day in different scales. And for me, I thought, well, I'm a woman who grew up in poverty and supposedly did the right thing, right? Picked herself up by the bootstraps, went to school, got a couple of degrees. I'm the first person at work every single day. People will tell you I'm the person that works, the last person to leave. I do all the work, yet I am not treated the same way as other people. That needs to be told.
I never thought of Sunny Hostin not being introduced on the show as part of her promotion. When she got the job, they never did a segment promoting her on the show. They did 2 segments when Sarah Haynes formally got the job in 2018, and then when she returned to the show once she got laid off from her talk show, Sarah Strahan and Kiki. Meghan McCain, of course, got one. Hell, she got even few more from her first stage, her dad problems, etc., from her, taking time off because of emotional problems, emotional issues. And I also kind of felt some type of way because I did ask Sunny Hostin if I can interview her like months ago, when her publicist just said that she's unable to do it. And that's only because I talk about The View, I talk about the drama about The View, I talked about how Sunny shut down Meghan McCain at one point. I guess Sunny is not about that life. She doesn't want, to be a part of someone who talks about, I don't know, the View problems and the drama, but yet you're going to write a book talking about the problems anyway, and be interviewed by a son whose, father is famously for allegedly, dating his own adopted daughter. But anyways, I digress. So, I was just shocked about this whole situation. Actually, I wasn't shocked about this whole situation. She also talked about income inequality, and she talked about even talent coming on the show and undermining her as a woman, and as a black woman. At least that's how it came out to be in that interview. The interview is actually over an hour, and I highly suggest you guys watch it. It was via Zoom, and it was very interesting. They talked about basically racial inequality, Sunny being a woman and how she's undermined as a woman. She talked about how being paid less compared to her co-host on the show. She also talked about people from different hosts on The Views from in the past life calling her, saying that what can they do to help her solve a problem. And Sunny was like, well, can you actually speak out as a white woman, saying you got paid more, and saying that these things does happen to people of color, that they're undermined. And some did come forward, and some actually didn't come forward. They just called her just to call her and get some type of credit for calling her, some type of a good conscience type of credit to call her. So it was a very interesting interview. Like I said, I highly suggest you watch it, and just to understand where she's coming from. And it kind of made me want to buy her book, although I'm kind of feel some type of way that she denied me interviewing her. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. Please do subscribe and click the bell button so you'll be the first to know when I upload. Deuces. Yay!